What is happening, ladies and gents? This is Have a Chat with Ray and Stat. There is Ray and that is Stat. And I'm Mitch filling in for the intro today. We're going to be talking all things federal elections, democracy, sausages, and if we got one. Gentlemen, how are we today?
That was brilliant.
That was so good. That was so much better than anything I've ever done. Mate.
I was practicing on the car the whole week.
I could tell. that was phenomenal.
Listen, good little shake up.
It was. Mate, I think we've got to get him to do all our intros now.
Don't trust me.
Nah, well,
You
if I had that kind of time, yeah.
I just like the little announcer voice you got going on when you did that.
Yeah,
Hello and welcome.
The broadcast voice.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. No, I was trying to, anyway.
Well done.
Yeah.
I feel like you were freaking out as you were doing it, but
Oh, yeah. It was just like, because I didn't realize that the music comes on while I do it. I thought it was just like, you just play that over at the end.
No, we're full professional here, mate.
Yeah.
I have buttons. I play with, like... Okay, that didn't work.
Didn't work.
it's best if it doesn't work.
There
It's
it
best
is.
if it doesn't work.
Stat hates the buttons.
Stupid.
Well, welcome, ladies and gents. Welcome to another episode. As you saw, we got Mitch here with us. Mate, it's been a minute since we spoke on air.
Yes.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, good, brother. Good. Everything's been good since then. I just want to talk about, Magic Round. It was a while ago since you guys were on, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2
Like
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
And it feels like Magic Round was probably ages ago, wasn't it?
Bro, it flew past, eh? It was 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Far out. Well, we were meant to film before we left.
Yeah.
But then this guy gets sick as anything,
Yeah, bro.
dying all over the place.
I was no good.
No good.
No good. I got so sick. It came out of the blue. It's not like I was feeling it. I woke up Monday morning, disastrous. I go, yep, that's not good. I'm like, oh, beautiful. I'll be all right like 2-3 days. I was out for a week. So I was spewing because I wanted to drive up with the boys on the Thursday, but I was too knocked out. I got sack.
And that's the thing. This guy, like, he's not the type of guy that's just like, okay, I'll get sick, whatever. If he's sick, you know it.
Oh,
and he's
full
gone.
belt.
Yeah, full
I don't
belt.
fuck around sick. If I want to get sick, I'll get sick.
Why are you yelling?
Like,
Why
when
are you
I
always yelling? Bring it down. Why?
I wrap it up. I'm in the middle of the story. No, but when I had COVID, I had to go to hospital. Like, if I want to get sick, I'm going to go full pelt.
Yeah, I like it.
You have to.
But are we talking man flu sick?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I milk it. Oh,
You milk it hard with your wife, eh?
big. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big time.
the neck's hurting,
Yeah,
the back's
like,
breaking.
all of that. Bring me stuff, make me food.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, no,
You full milk it?
yeah.
As if you don't, bro.
Surprisingly, I don't.
Come on, bro. You got your mum at home, as if she's not cooking for you.
No, I don't let her.
Really? No lukewarm towel on the forehead?
No, that was COVID times.
That was COVID time?
COVID times, yeah. I had to. That was actually shocking.
I think
Like,
you have to milk
But
it.
for COVID times, yeah, I was very, very bad, and I couldn't milk it because I was that sick. I just couldn't milk it if I wanted to.
But lukewarm towel on the head,
Yeah,
like in the movies.
Yeah.
Does it work? I've never
Yeah,
tried.
bro.
Yeah,
You should probably know this. You got 2 daughters, mate. You might need to use it at one point.
maybe I should. I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah, there you go.
no,
But
it's actually fantastic.
Okay.
Takes
no,
all the-
I'd
takes all the temperature.
I'd love to milk it, bro, but I don't think Chewy can do much for me if I get sick. You know what I mean? I don't live with anyone to sort of be like, hey, can you go get me this?
He needs to start pulling his weight.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of him right now. He's sick.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a sight
Nothing
to
worse.
behold.
Stats actually a fan of him today, though.
Yeah, because he's sick. He's not a mutt.
Are you usually just not Team Chewy?
Nah, I hate
He
it.
hates his guts.
I hate it.
You're not a dog. Not a dog.
Nah, I don't mind dogs,
Yeah.
but I hate the name and I hate the dog.
Chewy. You don't like.
He doesn't like anything Star Wars related
I
whatsoever.
hate Star Wars.
Well, talking about Star Wars, 25th is tomorrow.
Don't. No, it's
Obi-Wan.
the 27th.
Oh, is it 27th?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry to
27th.
do that to you, mate, but
Yeah.
it's 2 more days away.
Sorry, the Obi-Wan series is coming out.
You know we're going to have to review that.
Nah, I'm not reviewing anything.
Okay, I'm going to have to review that.
What is it? Like a TV
It's-
series?
So, like, one of the biggest characters from the show got his own, from the movies, got his own TV show.
Fair enough.
That and Stranger Things. It's a big weekend for
I
them.
don't know what to say. If no matter what I say, it just doesn't matter.
Going to contribute. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I tried to get him to contribute, but
I had a mate call me on the way here, and he goes, "We have 2 movies to watch together." And I was like, "All right." One of them was the new Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, we'll go for a laugh." And I think the other one was something related to Thor.
yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. There were 2 trailers that came
What
out.
are these like dumb names for movies?
No, that's fair.
Well, when they make 1,000 of them, they've got to come up with new names.
Loving Thunder sounds Sounds weird.
Like the new Mission Impossible, the name for that is Dead Reckoning.
So it sounds pretty hectic.
Nah, that sounds stupid. Don't you,
It's better than...
Dead Reckoning?
Oh,
What was the other one?
The last one was Rogue Nation.
I don't know. Mission Impossible. The Thor?
Thor?
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So what's this one?
Love and Thunder.
So Loving Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
I love and Thunder. Even
Loving-
worse.
Loving Thunder.
That's even more you know what than I thought.
Sounds like your stage name, Loving Thunder.
I'm just loving mate.
Is that what we're calling it now?
There's a lot of love for me, let me tell you. A lot of loving. But no, Magic Round was good, all in all.
Yeah, it was,
sidetrack, but I actually felt it went pretty slow. Like, it was really chill. It didn't fly.
It was a chill week. Yeah, it wasn't...
Chill week. It looks like everybody there drowned.
that did happen.
Oh, yeah. Saturday was shockers.
Yeah.
Saturday was weird.
That's a lot of rugby league as well. It's 8 games.
Well, we went for the second game, right? On Saturday.
Yeah.
We didn't show up for all three.
Surely by the end, by like the last game on Sunday, which was the Tigers and someone.
We
surely
left.
you're just
No,
you're
we
just
left.
chatting and
No, we left.
you're not even paying attention.
Last year, every game I was so focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
For
game.
some reason, last year we were all like, we're watching every single game. We fell asleep in the middle of some games, that sort of thing. But this year we're just like,
Weather didn't help.
the weather didn't help and matchups weren't great.
Matchups were better than last year.
Come
I
on,
felt.
bro. You're starting off Magic Round with Bulldogs v Knights.
Yeah, but you'd rather that now than on a Saturday or Sunday. You get the crap game out of the way.
See, I think you put that game in the middle of Saturday. Game 2 Saturday, no one cares about
Who do
it.
you start with?
You start with a big one. I think the Broncos need to be part of it.
I think the second game on Friday, you start a big one.
Who do you go for?
Roosters.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It didn't play well this weekend, and it was always going to happen.
Yeah, you had a bit, you've guys had a bit of an indifferent season.
Yeah. It's
Don't get me wrong. Not that I can talk. Please. Please. Not going to be offensive here, but
We're terrible.
It went terrible.
I'm not sleeping up there.
Nah, but the rain was it was annoying, but it was fun.
Yeah, but the thing was the weather was crap because it would be pissing down rain and then it would be humid.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
up your mind.
That was the worst part.
Why both?
That was
So
the
you're
worst
just
part. Like,
sweating and cold.
yeah, if you want it to rain, you want it to be freezing, so you're bundling up, whatever.
Yeah.
We're sitting in the rain in shorts and t-shirts because it is boiling.
Yeah, righto.
And Stat's brother-in-law got us seats on the
Yeah.
halfway line.
He took someone else's seats. He goes, take my seats. Look, I'll take your seats. I was thinking, man, I don't want to move. Look at the row. Look at the seats. I go, what the heck? Yeah, done.
Let's go.
All the boys moved right on halfway, second from the front, halfway, Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah. And
Can't
then-
complain. Yeah, it doesn't get better than that.
It was
what,
phenomenal.
50 mils of rain in
Yeah,
2 minutes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was
Bucketing down.
Gornsky.
But as you said, you throw yourself at it, right?
100%. Everyone
let's just
around
do it.
us has
Let's just do it.
umbrellas
Yeah.
up, hoodies up. I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, let's
dancing
lose
in
it.
the
Love
rain.
it.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was good. I wish, had I been a lot better, I would have stayed for every game, personally. But when you got a big group and they don't want to kind of stay for everything, you got to go with the flow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was just
you don't
like,
be that guy.
It's just a lot of footy on
I do
one
want to
day,
go.
bro.
I do
But it's
wanna
phenomenal.
Go.
Yeah.
I do want to go. Just to kind
It's
of check it
listen, it is a phenomenal weekend. It's like going to a conference, but just footy. You know what I mean? Like you see the same people every single day because they're sitting in the
Yeah,
same
of course.
seats around you. It's a good laugh, man.
You build bonds with people that you're never going to see again.
Yeah.
There's that random drunk guy that's going off his face, and you're just laughing with him.
You, you do the Caxton Street walk.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's the
Everything
best.
about
That's
it.
the best part. The Caxton Street Walk is unreal.
It's the best. In the pouring rain,
Singing with randoms.
Yeah.
bro,
good
it's
stuff.
mad. The whole experience is fantastic.
All right.
You got to...
Like, bro, day 2, I brought pumpkin seeds, salted pumpkin seeds, like 2 kilos of it. Lebanese snack.
Okay.
Okay.
I've never had. Okay.
Never had it?
Well, yeah. Call me old fashioned. I've never had.
No, that's fair enough.
That's all right.
But I took 2 kilos of it, right? So I pull it out of my bag, and everyone around us starts cracking up laughing. I'm looking around, like, what's everyone laughing at?
Yeah.
I look at the guy behind me, he's losing it, Gonskis. I go, bro, what's going on? He goes, mate, how many pumpkin seeds do you want? You got like 2 kilos there? I go, yeah, I do actually. They all started laughing, so we just started sharing the
Yeah.
pumpkin seeds around.
Look at you.
So that's how it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's just good. You
Share the love.
hang out with randoms.
Yeah.
yeah, hanging out with Loving Thunder
Yeah.
and yourself.
Wrap it up, bro.
So,
Wrap it up.
it's not
I like
gonna
it.
stick,
I like
Mitch.
this is
Don't
your new
just leave
nickname.
it. It's not going to stick.
I like it.
So he hates it.
Just
Even more reason to give it to
I
me.
just don't understand. Love and Thunder. Stupid name.
But yeah, if you do go, you have to wear your jersey the entire weekend,
Yeah.
or at least your
Oh,
colours,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
banter
Oh yeah, you'd,
Oh,
is
beautiful.
unreal.
you'd cop it.
Oh, it's
And as a
awesome.
doggies fan, you just got to wear it. And everybody knows, and you know, You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a hard season, and you just kind of you just wear
we
it,
ain't
right?
sitting there defending our team, that's for sure.
But
It's been a
there's
hard
that-
6 years.
But there's that respect that you get. You know what I mean? From wearing your colours, and especially if your team isn't doing so well, you're just like, you know what, your team's pretty ordinary. You know it. I know it. I'm going to give you a hard time about it, but overall, like, good on you for wearing it.
It's a good week, man.
It's fun.
It's a good week.
Definitely a great experience.
Okay, we'll have to give it a go.
Yeah, and drive up and back was good.
Drive up.
Yeah, we drove up,
How
drove
long?
back. 10.5 hours?
Righto.
Yeah,
That's a long time.
it is. Back starts hurting at one point, but
Yeah.
you just keep pushing
You
through
just
it.
get through it. And then you guys got through this week, and Ray, you didn't get a sausage. Is that right?
Bro, these
Saturday.
elections, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even go Saturday. That's what was cool. I went Friday night. Do you know they were doing it a day early?
They were doing it 3 days early.
No way.
I pre-voted.
Dead set.
Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I knew that
I
because
had Thursday off, and then I go, I'll pre-vote, and then I go, nah, sack. I was doing the Saturday
They're
morning.
doing it on Saturday.
yeah, fair enough. Because I was just sitting down. I was like, I didn't even know where to vote because I'm in a new area. So I was just
of
looking up
course,
the
yeah.
locations, and on the website it said today or tomorrow. I was like, all right. So I clicked today. They go, yeah, go down to Barella. I was like, sweet.
So you got upset because you didn't get a democracy sausage.
Correct.
Not on the day of the federal election.
I just think if they're gonna get me out of bed to go vote, give me a sausage sizzle.
Like
I think
at
it's.
every hour of the day from the moment you open.
I think it's the Australian thing to do.
So what about if you postal vote? Do you get your sausage in the mail or what?
I haven't thought that far
Okay,
ahead,
no
but
worries.
I want him to give me a voucher.
yes,
Oh, yeah,
there you
okay.
I
go.
want him to give me something
Get a voucher.
to make that, even though I got a postal vote, say come anyway and claim your free sausage.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know about you, but that's the most important part of the voting experience.
No, I agree. And then you got bougie places. You know what I mean? You don't
Really?
just get like a sausage and bread as you'd expect with sauce and maybe some onion if you're lucky. There's some places that full on do these like almost like Vietnamese style like bread rolls with bacon, sausage, mushroom.
Where are you going?
Mate, like it was unbelievable.
Dead.
You got Eastern Sydney?
No, this is over in Bennelong. This is in the Bennelong electorate.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, this is
Where the
in
hell's
Ryde.
Bennelong?
Oh, it's in Ryde. So like
Oh.
that's it, Ryde Epping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
one of those
full
ones.
on. So you got one.
I got one.
Did you get one?
You know,
Well, I
I've never
voted-
ever heard of the
I
sausage
voted
sizzle.
on Wednesday, right? And then I went on Saturday to go get one.
So you went on Saturday specifically
Yeah,
just to
the
get the
wife needed to
sausage?
vote.
Ah, she needed to vote. Okay.
I'm just like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Because I'm not,
You're not standing in line.
I'm not going to miss out.
Yeah.
Because on Wednesday I went and I'm just like, there's no line there.
I've never heard of a democracy sausage sizzle though.
No,
Really?
Really?
It's
Ever.
it's
I promise
nearly
you.
as sacred as the Bunnings sausage.
I've never, every election I've ever voted, I've never ever heard of it.
Really?
Really?
Swear to you.
You're missing out, bro.
It's places I go out to vote, I'm missing out.
Probably, bro. I was spewing. I was looking around because I went at like 5 o'clock or 4:30. I got out of there at like 6. So I'm like, I'm standing around in this line for an hour and a half. Give us a sausage. Know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Relax. No, but like I'm standing around, and the worst part about that whole experience of standing in line is these people that come up to you and start talking about their party, like you
Yeah.
care enough.
And no, but the other ones are just, when you get handed all the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, yeah, right, yeah, okay, United Australia Party.
Yeah, they come, they give me this pamphlet.
It's like,
I know who I'm
okay,
voting for,
but
you
yeah.
imbecile.
But
Why?
like-
I don't want your papers.
But I'm just polite. And I'm just,
Yeah,
thanks,
I'll take it.
thanks,
Thank you.
thanks.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear about, Craig Kelly? No,
I-
not really. No. Do you want to hear about Anthony Albanese? No, not really. Do you want to hear about ScoMo? No, just leave me alone. I know who they are.
Yeah, bro.
Like, thank you for the
Why do I get given pamphlets? I don't understand. How do you not figure that this whole time who you're going to vote for?
The worst part is like you walk around, all the pamphlets are on the floor. So it's like these guys know that these pamphlets aren't doing anything, but they
Yeah, but
still, you know,
They're getting paid a cracker.
nah,
hour,
they
so-
can't be getting paid.
Not the volunteers, but
Not the volunteers.
The guys in the
Yeah, yeah.
AFC,
Yeah.
getting paid, yeah.
The guys with the vests are getting paid.
And who would volunteer?
Who would volunteer?
Yeah.
Why would you volunteer to do that?
Because you're trying to make a change, right?
I don't feel like Aussies care enough to make a change, bro. I don't think
don't
we
think
cared about politics at all.
Bro, I went Saturday morning, bucketing rain. Bucketing rain. I go, whatever, I'll go.
Why are you yelling?
It's
Do
me,
you
bro.
always have to yell?
That's just me. I talk, I don't know if you noticed, but I talk very loud.
I've noticed. It's
But-
I quite
I don't notice until he tells me. I think I'm talking like I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I feel like if I talk like this, I'm screaming. But
Yeah.
anyway,
okay, fair enough.
Saturday morning, it was raining.
Saturday morning, bucketing rain. And these people handed me pamphlets. I go, no, mate, thanks. I'm very angry already.
Because you're
Because no, I didn't care about that, but like, I just feel bad for them. Like, why are you wasting your time volunteering? No one cares about your pamphlets.
So you're angry on their behalf.
I'm angry for them, yeah.
And you're telling them off.
Yeah, I go, bro, wrap it up. I go, like, one guy goes, hello, how are you? Like, India guy, I go, bro, wrap it up. I don't want it. And I go 4 years, my mum goes, okay, you can't do that. I go, yeah, you wrap it up too. I don't want to know about
you wrap it up too.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't care. Why did you volunteer for this stuff? It's Saturday. Go sleep.
It's one day.
7 a.m.
Sleep.
It's
One day every 4 years.
It's one day every 3 to 4 years. They think they're going to make a change by just like, I'm going to influence maybe 3 voters today.
The only change they're making is helping the environment.
Listen,
Putting the rubbish in the bin.
I'll tell you
Everything's
this.
all over the floor.
I'll tell you this. The one thing that they have done right is tell you, make sure you vote for 6 people. Because I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you only voted for 5, your vote doesn't count.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would have just donkey voted.
Yeah, so that I would have been like, okay, great, no worries. Thank you very much. That's all I need to know. I don't want to know what order you want me to put it
Did you
in.
vote below the line in the Senate? You know that?
No.
I did that 1 year because I was
Why?
very bothered.
Why?
No, I just thought, yeah, 1 here, 2 there. Like,
Oh,
yeah. No, I didn't really care. But nah, if they didn't tell me that, I would have had no clue. But I don't care who you want me to vote for, who to put at 1, 3, 6. Like, don't tell me that stuff. Just let me walk in. One guy came up to me. I pretended to be on the phone. I was hoping the person would pick up. They didn't pick up. I was just like,
Did you fake conversation?
no, because he was right in front of me, and I was like, I can't fake a conversation. So I hung up, and then he looked at me. I go, you seriously just going to stand there and wait for me to finish my phone call? He goes, yeah, I've got nothing better to do.
What's this for?
Those guys that come up to you give you the pamphlets. He stood there and waited for me to get off the phone.
I tell him, go away, beat it. I'll scream at the guy, beat it. I don't want you shooting pamphlets.
You're really bothered, like, at yelling at these people.
Yeah,
eh?
because I don't care. Like, I'm not here to take your papers.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Okay, here's a
don't-
good question.
Yeah.
Who do we vote for?
Oh, we doing this?
Are we doing this on air?
Yeah, who do we vote for? What? It's like a
Yeah, you know
private
what?
thing.
We don't care enough, eh?
I don't care. Who do you vote for?
Unless it's going to start an argument with someone. I like starting
No.
arguments. but-
I'm just more curious. Who do you vote for?
I voted for Labor.
Oh, did you vote Labor?
Yeah, I went Labor.
Yeah, you're a Labor boy.
Yeah, I swing left.
No,
You played that very well.
In my head,
You played that very well. How'd you know he was voting Labor though?
I didn't, but whoever you voted for, was shaking my head anyway. It was just perfect. It was Labour.
Nah,
perfect. Nah, I'm
liberal,
joking.
liberal, bro. Liberal.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
didn't
going to
vote
tell us.
either. No, I didn't vote.
Did you vote?
UAP, bro.
You really?
Yeah, I'm Pauline Hanson.
No, I love her.
No, I'm not even taking the piss. I promise
Yeah,
you. I'm
no.
voting for
United
Hanson.
Australia Party or One Nation?
One Nation.
One Nation.
You said
Sorry,
UAP.
Sorry.
One Nation.
Oh, no,
You
she
don't
was
know
number
who
2.
you-
One Nation was 1, and then UAP was 2.
Right.
Okay.
And then Liberal, and then the Guns Party. I think was one of
Shooters
like
and Fishers.
Shoes and Fishers. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could have sworn there was a legalising weed party.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I voted for that. I
They've
didn't.
been there for
I did not vote
years.
for any Labor, Greens.
No.
I didn't
No,
vote
like
anyway.
major parties, you were just like, nah, I've had enough of you.
Yeah, they're all the same.
You know what? I think a
Except
lot of
Pauline.
people are getting down that way though. Everyone's just over
Well,
it.
as you can see that, like, if this is turning into a political podcast, but you saw how many independents got elected because people are just like,
Yeah.
just sick
Yeah, yeah.
of like, they're just the bigger parties, right?
Everyone's sick of it.
Because to be honest, it's the same. Like they all have the same standards, regardless of how you look at it.
And the
To an
Greens,
extent.
the Greens had a nudge as well. They did really well.
Did they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 3 years.
Very keen to see what goes down. I found it very funny that these people just can't get over ScoMo going to Hawaii. Because, mate, they had like massive signs at the place I was at of ScoMo in a like a floral headdress.
Yeah.
And it said something like, he can't hold a hose. I was like, are we seriously still going on about that? That was like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Mate,
4 years, people don't forget.
Yeah, people really don't. Good
it's good.
times.
Like it's good meme material, but like,
It's
Yeah,
about it.
why are we roasting the bloke 4 years later?
But that's the thing. Like you're more so focused on the things that perhaps he didn't do as well. comparatively
liked
to the
him.
things that he did well. Like say for example, JobKeeper and JobSeeker and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was unreal.
I
thought
think
that
he
was
had a hard 4 years, man.
hard 4 years. Oh man,
That was
like,
rough.
COVID, like to have a pandemic and
You had COVID, you had the bushfires, the floods.
you're putting your whole country into debt of like $1 trillion to just try and float it. Like, poor bastard.
Well, a lot of the
Yeah,
stuff,
100%.
a lot of the stuff I didn't like that he did, but you got to tip your hat to him and say, "Good job, like good effort, did all right."
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Out of 10, what would you give him, Ray?
Oh. I'm not political at all, so take this for a grain of salt. I give him a solid 7.
Yeah.
I think did a lot of dumb stuff, but like solid 7 goes.
Yeah.
But I think our system's stuffed. Like the whole giving the premiers too much power, I think that's just dumb. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, agree.
All right. That's our political part of Have a Chat with Ray and Stuff.
Look, you didn't ask me. But
Yes, that
out of
go.
10.
sorry.
That's right. Hey, no, you do you, bro. Whatever. It's your show, apparently. No. What's it called? Listen, I wanted to give him like something high up, but I was very disappointed he actually didn't like stay in Hawaii. So I really like brought my vote down.
So you wished he stayed?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
This is the bloke. Let the bloke go on holiday.
Like on holiday.
He's not a firefighter. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is that, like, if I was Prime Minister, right, I would be content with the fact that I wouldn't have a holiday for 4 years. I wouldn't.
I think you're right.
I'm elected by the people. I'm going to do.
I think
You know
you're
what
right.
I mean? I wouldn't go on holiday.
I think you're right.
That's just me.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's a
good.
fair point.
It's like you know what you're getting into, right?
Yeah.
This is the leader of Australia.
It's a very big job. So what's your
Every year I'll go on holiday. If I was PM, every year.
Yeah.
proof point?
Just work remotely.
I do it. I'm Prime Minister. You shut your mouth. I'm going on holiday. Like, I'm not a firefighter. I'm not going to go fight the bushfire. I don't care.
Stat being question time in like the House of
Bro,
Reps.
that
Oh,
would be so
much.
That's some shit. Wrap it up next. Yeah. Shut up next. Not again.
No, my favorite
In and
part
out,
is
2
when
minutes,
no,
again.
my favorite part would be when everyone just starts yelling at each other.
best.
This guy would be in the back. All right, wrap it up,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
Like,
Shut up.
can we go home? Like they stay there for hours.
No. If I turn up and he gets crazy, I'll walk straight out.
What's your rating of him out of 10?
Oh, about an 8, bro.
8? Yeah, fair enough.
Like it's not like he did what he could.
Yeah.
Like you said with like the whole pandemic and
Yeah.
that. Like he did all right. But listen, call me retarded. But I actually was very upset that Pauline Hanson didn't win. I was actually like maybe like out of the blue,
How
maybe
did
she'll
you
come in.
possibly think she would?
Bro, I love
She's
her, bro.
so polarizing.
I love her.
Why do you love her?
She's fantastic.
I think
Yeah,
the
bro.
thing that
she's so real. Like, there's
Yeah.
no garbage about her.
Yeah.
She says it how it is. People don't like it. She doesn't care. That's why I love Pauline.
You'd like Jackie Lambie, same thing.
yeah, Jackie Lambie's
She's
decent.
she's in Tassie, and she says it how it
But
She's-
they're not part
I
of
think
Australia.
she's a WOG lady.
is. Jackie Lambie.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't.
I don't know. She's got an accent on her.
She's very much got a bogan accent.
Oh, does she? Okay, then maybe I'm completely wrong.
No.
Either way, she says it as it is too.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What's your rating of him?
Soft 6.
Soft 6?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's just me. Though.
Yeah, fair. What was the one thing you hated?
One thing I hated about the
Like him, like just his rule.
well,
His rule, like he was a king or something.
the thing is that like my old man worked with him a bit when he was working for Tourism Australia and all that kind of stuff. And it probably doesn't surprise you that he's just for me he comes across as a bit of a bully, but that's what you
Fair.
expect
Yeah.
from politics, right?
I
You
saw-
expect it
I
to be
saw
tough,
that, yeah.
hard nosed. You don't. If you're soft, you don't go into politics, right?
Yeah,
So
pretty
for
much.
me, it's a double-edged sword. For me, it's just like, oh, you're too much of a bastard.
Mm.
But like, that's what you kind of want, right?
That's what you quite need a leader, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
like-
I
I'm
don't see you getting into that role without being that.
Oh, you have to, man.
Yeah.
You have to.
But that's a fair call.
Yeah.
That's a fair call. I can't stand politics in general.
No, that's fair enough.
This is probably the most I've spoken about politics in the last 2 years.
I'm not lying to you. I have zero care for it.
0K.
Zero
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
But election time, I have to talk about it.
Yeah, we did.
On your show, of course.
On my show.
Oh, no.
Thanks for joining us, listeners. You're probably going to have to fact check all the stuff that we said.
100%.
No, don't.
Definitely wrong.
I hope people in the comments will roast us.
Oh, bro, I
I'm
can
going to
see
read it
it
and I'm
now.
going to laugh. Just
I can see it now.
That way, like, they're going to get full serious. Wrap it up, bro.
Like, they're going to say, oh, you didn't give the Labour guy enough time
Yeah,
to talk.
shut up, next.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you just know it's coming. You
They're
know
probably
it's
going to see me
coming.
as a bully because you said about Labour and I just shook my head at you. Like, they're going to think I'm the biggest bully now.
No, they're going to think, oh, look at these guys really showing who they support. Like,
Because I don't care, bro. I just support the Bulldogs and they make me depressed. That's all I
Who's
care
going to
about.
coach the Bulldogs now?
who is it?
Hey? Who's the coach?
Yeah.
Who's
Potter.
coaching?
Hold on.
It's Potter right now.
Yeah,
I applied for the role, just FYI.
You applied?
Yep.
Was it on?
Was I laughing at?
Was it applied on?
What do you mean you
It
applied?
was on Seek, wasn't it?
No, I wasn't on
Did
seat.
you put?
What do you mean
Who'd you put as a
applied?
referee?
I applied for the role, the Bulldogs coach.
Who'd you put as a referee?
Before that, what are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? What are you laughing at?
You're the one that said to me, the coach needs to be someone that has experience. You got nothing.
I've watched them for 27 years of my life. I have enough experience under my belt to coach these morons.
You do not have any experience. Where's your ring?
Where is my ring?
Where's your premiership ring?
Because I won the comp in 2012. CCHS, Tim Manor Shield. I'm a premiership winner.
All right.
You can't take that away from me.
That's a fair point.
Be careful with your next words, by the way.
In saying that, like I was thinking about it today. There's teams back in the day, and you just look at them and you're just like, that was just a rude team. Just you look at their lineup and you're just like, that is just disgusting. That's just unfair. I was looking back at the Bulldogs team in 2002.
Oh yeah, glorious.
Oh my days, that's a disgusting team. That's just
2002 was wonderful. The year we cheated.
And then after that, it's
2004 was even great.
2004, we had JT on the bench.
yeah, that's right.
JT
We
on
had
the bench.
the best grand final side ever. Ever.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the best grand final side that I've ever in terms of the run that they had was the Tigers 2005.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was
my day.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I was looking at the highlights the other day because I got my TV in my room, so I just had it on when I was training. And I was looking at the highlights and of Benji in 2000.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to the chip and chase and a bit of creativity and flick passes?
It's
and
all
passes?
very
And now it's
clinical now.
It's robotic.
Yeah,
it's
it's very clinical.
Heat set. Let's just play the odds and do the same thing. There's going to be no imagination. There might be 5 minutes of imagination in an 80-minute game.
I lived in Campbelltown in 05. So the vibe around Campbelltown that year was unbelievable.
Would have been huge.
Prince came to our school as well. That was awesome.
Yeah,
They were a really good team. But yeah, you'd love this guy, bro. He's got a TV in his clinic.
He voted for Labour.
He's got a TV in his clinic, bro.
Is it just 24/7 sport?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Good man.
It's it's just either baseball or whatever's on KO. NBA playoffs are on.
Yeah.
NHL playoffs are on.
Who do you follow NBA?
Knicks.
Do you?
Sucks.
I'm sorry, bro.
Sucks to be. Yeah,
'Cause
it's hard.
Bulls.
It's hard work. I can understand why.
Every team I support in every sport suck. Every single damn team.
The only team that's going good for me are the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers, they're playing some good baseball. But back to your point there, Stat, about it's almost, I think you do it you go for a bad team and it's almost more, you savor when they actually get good. And you're like, I was with you during the proper scum periods when you couldn't get a win.
I agree with that. But
It's a slog.
I'm
I don't know
so
how
sick
long
of saying after 18 months we're going to be phenomenal. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, you were saying that.
I want
me
us to
18 months
fold.
ago. Yeah.
I'm happy if the club folds, so I never have to follow
Phil
NRL ever
Gould
again.
never let it happen. But
Yeah.
so, who was your reference referee for the Dogs job?
Look, if I don't get it, I know it would be very hard for them to overlook me, but if I don't get it,
You'll be
Shane
on the-
Flanagan.
You'll be on the shortlist. Yeah, good call.
The reason Shane Flanagan, and people have asked me, by the way, just FYI, I told him about 3 times on the trip, I will not sleep properly until Shane Flanagan's our coach.
Well,
I don't think you understand.
I think he's done his ban, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's good to go.
So he's now a recruitment officer for the Saints
Okay.
at the moment, working at Fox League, doing a few
Yeah,
other
he's
things.
doing media and all that kind of stuff.
He's not joking. The night that all this went down, he went to bed at 3:30.
Yeah, no, I won't sleep.
I was in sleeping.
Well, you just wired.
Bro, I was thinking, we can't stuff up again. And that's all I thought about.
Like he's
Because
he's a member of the board or
Like
something.
we had this run where we finally had all this money. We're laughing at. We had this run with all this money, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we buy morons in dumb positions. And the problem here, and before,
How much are you paying out a car?
500.
500K?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very,
fine
very
with
cheap.
that.
I thought it was more than that, but
Well,
a wing is not going to.
in the contract in itself, 500. Third party,
Yeah,
handsome.
Paul Vaughan, all those kind of boys.
Vaughan, go.
Yeah.
Dufty, go.
I hated the Vaughan signing so much.
Vaughan, go.
Came
Dufty,
in-
go.
You came into my clinic. I remember it was quite fresh, and you're just like, I'm like, interesting signing, Ray, and you almost took it personally. You
Yeah.
were
I was
just
so angry.
like, oh, don't do it.
What? Like, I don't want to get into it. Ockenball. Why do we re-sign Ockenball?
Trent Barrett rests on Ockenball. But let me explain something just on the coaching thing, all right? Keep getting sidetracked, but all seriousness, Trent Barrett, great bloke, great assistant, garbage first grade coach.
Ordinary coach.
Let me explain why. People say to me, oh, but he's not the one out there on the field. I get it, yeah? But this is the problem. If you are going to bring these players in and come in with the exact same attacking structure, it's not going to work. Now, last year, okay, first off, in his career, he was a half.
Yep.
So he knows what it takes to be a good half.
He's a good player.
He was a good player.
Big hands.
Yeah, good player. Just the way he played was fantastic. The problem is in the off season, he saw Averillo as a 7. Averillo is barely a 3.
Yeah.
His position is centre. He's barely a centre. He thought he'd be a 7. Our main 7, who not that it's like
Not that he's
great,
crash hot.
Flanagan. Our main 7 didn't get a running off season.
Who was the 7 last year?
Flanagan. Then he got cut. Then it was Wakeham. Then he got cut. Then it was Beyond the Odo. Then he got cut. And then it was
Who was the young kid? Who did
Lachlan
that-
Lewis.
Who did that?
Yeah, Lachlan Lewis. Yeah, flop. Out of my face.
Who was it? Tasato in South? That like weird kind of half.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody Walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Cody Walker.
Yeah.
It's just a weird.
Then he goes and steals something behind the scenes,
Didn't he
puts it on
steal-
eBay.
It's all Uebu.
Steal a speaker.
Yeah,
Something.
Uebu. Like,
Yeah, it's
dumb. More like, but even as a player, sucked. I didn't care what he did off the field. He was an idiot.
So
but
you-
on the field, sucked.
You've gone through your halves.
Yeah. So if you're a half, yeah, how do you see Averillo as a 7 if he's barely a 3? The main half didn't train all year in the off season. So he buys all these players to come in who, when you think of them individually, they're all right. Like Adakar, great. TPJ on his day, great. Vaughan, you think, yeah? Vaughan, 1 year contract. Dufty, same 1 year contract. They might do something. They might put in a bit more effort. They suck. You can't bring in the exact same coaching structure to the new players. Bro, 6 wins in 2 years. I can't do that. So, Shane Flanagan, the reason, because he's won a premiership, he knows what it takes to win a comp. He signed all these players that he had in the squad, then he brought new players in around, because every week he discussed the DNA. Every single week he spoke about what is the DNA of this club. He will come to the Dogs. In 2024, we have $7 million to spend.
Yeah.
Because all our players are gone.
Yeah.
He will attract very good players. He'll need time, but he's a premiership winner, and it took him a good couple of years before he actually won the comp at Sharks. He's my main one. And then I'll put Jim Dimmick as an assistant. I'd get rid of Ferner, flop. I'd get rid of Tangata Toa, flop. Don Ferris, I'm glad he left because clearly he was useless because all our players die after 55 minutes. I don't sleep. You think I'm joking? I haven't slept properly since this all went down.
Yeah, right.
So it's got to be. So that's my pick. Shane Flanagan has to be head coach. If he's not head coach, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I don't know if I'm just late to the party on this particular kind of point that you're making. Is a good coach attracts good players, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Because certain players would rather take a pay cut, play for a certain manager or coach.
Correct.
To play for this certain club. So say, for example, over in the EPL, players will happily take a cut to play for Klopp or Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean?
Correct. Because they're the top.
And
Liverpool, Man City are the top.
people-
They are the dream. So in NRL terms, it's like Penrith, Melbourne,
Yeah,
Roosters.
yeah. Because I want Bellamy. I want
Bellamy.
Robinson.
I want Bellamy. I want Robinson. I want Bennett.
I want Cleary.
Cleary. I wouldn't put Cleary in that rank, but
Yeah.
I want. I know what you're saying. But as well, you take pay cuts for championships. You take pay cuts for finals footy. You take pay cuts for success.
That's why, what's his name? Meany went over to Melbourne. Took a massive pay cut.
It took less
Huge.
to go to Melbourne, and he's flying. Why?
Killing it.
Because it's guaranteed success in Melbourne. For him, he's probably thinking, I just want to make the finals. Or automatically Melbourne, he'll make the finals. He'll even potentially win a comp. A guy that was garbage at Dogs.
Also push up his value so that when his contract does end, okay, this is how much money I want now.
And he will continue to remain at the Storm unless the money absolutely blows out of the water because he wants guaranteed success. Flanagan will bring success to the Dogs. He needs time, he needs the money, he needs the resources.
So what are you going to say to me in 2 years when we're having this conversation? And what is it? It's 6 wins in 2 years at the moment.
Yeah.
And say, for example, he gets 10 wins in 2 years. What are you going to say? Give him more time? What time? How much time?
It's a good question. I can't answer that for you.
Yeah.
How much time did it take him at Sharks?
Couple years.
2, 3?
3,
Were they?
almost 4.
I can't remember that back that far. Were they competitive? Like
They were not great for a bit.
Yep.
And then
Didn't they sign
And then
James
they were.
Maloney? And then
they signed James Maloney.
and then that brought them.
Then they signed the experience. They had Fafita, who was playing insane footy under Flanagan.
was.
And back then Fafita was the prop.
He
the
looked
best
like that big kid at footy, like little
Yeah, yeah.
rugby league, just like bouncing kids.
Right,
off.
it's
He
like
was amazing.
the way he got him to play, it took the piss out of it. Then he signed Luke Lewis. He was vital. Signed Wade Graham. Vital.
Luke Lewis as well, really good in the change rooms, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just success. He's won a comp before. You bring him in. It's the same thing. You bring players that have won comps before. We brought in Burden. We brought in Adakar. They're doing what they can. But the point is you take pay cuts because you want to be part of a successful franchise, successful club.
I would, bro. Imagine spending that many years at one club dying every single year, mate.
But then you're just like, I'm just going to sell out. I don't know. You look at certain players. Who did sell out? Who do you think sell out? I think, for example, Ben Hunt sold out.
Ben Hunt sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean for the big contract?
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't go to the Dragons, but he's getting paid $1 squillion. He's getting paid way too much money.
But he's playing some very good footy.
Oh,
Yeah, but the Dragons are rubbish.
Questionable?
Questionable. There was that game the other night. What was it? It wasn't his fault, but he was accidental offside, and it was just like...
Oh, yeah. It just... When it comes to him a golden
it was
point, it's not the
golden
greatest.
point against someone.
Gold
And
Coast.
It was just
Magic Round.
painful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was saying this the other day as well. The league is split in half right now. You got quality
Yeah,
sides
true. I'll give you that.
and trash.
Yeah.
But there's
Like-
more trash than quality.
There's nothing down the middle anymore.
It's usually, like, you're right. There's a battle for 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Top 6 are kind of locked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then 7 and 8, it's just kind
just
of
trash, which makes me
And
question.
the 7 and 8 could be the rest of the
Yeah,
teams,
which
mate.
makes me
Literally,
question
yeah.
what's going on. Is this just because of the post-COVID season, or is it just where we're at with footy right
It's
now?
how you manage your salary cap.
I get that, but you can't have 10 teams mismanaging the salary cap because now you got an 11th team, 17th team coming in.
Yeah.
It's a bit rich for me being a Roosters fan as well.
That's
True, because you love the salary sombrero.
Yeah, we
Are they all
love
joking?
we love paper bags.
That's it, bro.
Hey, Uncle,
I love it. I love it for you.
Uncle Nick sorts it out.
Uncle Nick sorts it out, mate.
It's all good,
Hey.
mate.
You
Good
want
on Nicky
Tedesco?
Politis.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying, but people will go to Roosters and take pay cuts because it's success there, right?
That's right.
Flanagan will build that DNA for us. He'll build that success for us. The only thing that would concern me is what he does with Flanagan. Because if Flanagan is beyond garbage, I'm scared he may not drop him. But I actually think Flanagan's better than that. But I promise you, if I don't sign Flanagan as coach, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got in my mind that he's coaching. I've already got it in my mind.
You said this like 4 years ago, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, Flanagan, he's proven himself. He brought in the right experience. He brought in the right people.
When he
I've
was
got
going
no
through, when he
doubt.
first got his suspension, I remember Stat saying to me all those years back, when he first got his suspension, he goes, once he gets off this, he's got to come to the Dogs.
See, bro.
He's been preaching this sermon for the
Nostradamus.
last 6-7 years,
I
bro.
like it.
Mate, he's the best one off contract. Paul Green, he has lost his way. I don't care. I know he's won a comp, but he's lost his way. He's not someone that attracts players. He had JT his whole career, so he can wrap it up. Fittler, dumb.
That's it. Listen, Fittler is my favorite footy personality of all time. I love him.
all time?
I love him. I love
Really?
everything about him.
I love you.
But he is not the
Yeah,
one.
good, great.
I love him, bro.
He's
He's
a
just
meathead.
he's so smart when it comes to footy, bro.
He's a meathead.
He's so smart when it comes to footy.
He's smart. I'll
He
give him
knows
that.
the game.
But
you hear him talk. Oh, you just hear him.
I love it, bro. Yeah, I love
you
every
don't
second
like
of it.
Fletch and Heine or anything like
Oh, listen, they're fine. They're funny. But I'm
love
saying footy personality when it comes to the game, knowledge, coaching, all that sort of stuff. I think he's great. No, he should stay away from the Dogs job.
he should stay away from any head coaching role.
Well,
right
even,
now?
even
Yeah.
the Blues.
No,
No,
Blues is
he's
different
great.
because head coaching and Blues are two different.
Yeah,
Because
agreed.
Blues, you're focusing on.
3 games a year.
It sounds so easy, but 3 games a year. But head coaching is daily.
Yeah,
It's when you're not in. It's when you're at home. You're thinking about coaching. For Fittler, it's I can kind of kick back the first couple of weeks, relax, off a series win. I can have a bit of a break, then really start digging in and start looking at performances.
looking at people's
you know what I'm saying?
form, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
but then he has to, Turbo's out, the
Yeah.
Shell's out, and he's got to just continue.
He's got a hard job coming
But
up
at the
right now.
same time, like he's not weak on options.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's true.
it's a good place to be.
I'm looking forward to this series.
I named the
good.
Origin team already.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. 1 to 13. All right, 1 in the bench. 1 to 13 in the bench.
Yeah. So the whole team. Fullback Tedesco.
Are you going to do Queensland as well, or are we going to do just
Yeah, we'll do Queensland.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Righto.
Fullback
okay?
Tedesco.
Yep.
Can't go past it. I don't think there's anyone that could fill in that spot at the moment because Puppy's injured. Even if Puppy was fit, I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play him in Origin.
Really?
Yeah. If Puppy's fit, he's not in Origin. But let me get there. Fullback Tedesco.
Yep.
Wingers Adakato'o.
Yep.
That's standard. Centers.
Big one.
Here's a conundrum, right?
Yep.
We've got no Trbojevic
Yep.
and no Mitchell.
Yep.
So automatically it's Crichton Staggs.
Yep, Crichton.
Yep.
Agreed.
Talakai's dropped off. I would have chucked Talakai in. And Staggs
I would have put
is
in Talakai.
in starting centre.
Yeah,
That's potential. Yeah, look, I'm not against that.
he's juicy, man.
Oh,
I
he's
like him.
beautiful man.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halves, Luai Cleary,
Yep.
standard.
Yeah.
That's no
That's fine.
issue there.
My forwards. See, Saifidi has been garbage this year.
Yep.
We know he stepped up, RCG. So
Yeah.
he'll go in with,
Yes.
with Junior Paulo.
Yep.
And
Cook will be hooker.
Yep.
But let me tell you, if he sucked game 1, I'm going to chuck Coruscant straight in because he is right on his hinges.
Cook's not. Is he been consistent recently?
He
though?
hasn't been great. Coruscant's have been
Yeah,
Garbage.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Not wrong.
On a side note, just a quick side note, Adam Reynolds succeeding at Broncos and Rabbitohs failing is so beautiful. We'll get to that. Hooker. Okay, then you got second row.
Isaiah Yo.
So Yo will be lock.
Yep, surely. Yep.
Yeah.
He's like my favourite player at the moment.
Yeah. Oh,
He
phenomenal.
He's great.
Unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
He's great.
His ball skills are
Yeah.
just...
Next level.
Oh,
It's amazing how he's revolutionised how locks should play now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
he just slots in the first receiver, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
are you doing there?
He's
And then
divine.
he just flicks this like amazing just cut out.
Yeah,
pass.
He's got a charisma about his game,
He's
man.
divine.
He's just like,
It's divine.
Just
It's so
strolls up.
beautiful.
He looks so unassuming all the time. It looks like it reminds me of Tim Duncan when he used to play for the Spurs.
Yeah.
He just looks uninteresting
Yeah.
all the time, and yet he's just this weapon. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
So he's a lock.
So Isaiah Go goes lock.
Yeah.
My second rowers, it's Sims,
Tarek.
yeah, and then it's Angus Crichton.
Okay.
yep.
I'll put Angus Crichton in there. I know it's a bit controversial. I know it's been a bit in form, but you go there. Then lock will go Yo.
What happened to? Remember there was big hype. Remember Sharon Woods.
Yeah.
And Sharon Woods.
Yep.
And
Another great dog signing.
and and David Clemmer.
Yeah.
What happened?
Woods
Garbage.
came to Dogs, flopped,
Yeah.
got thrown around, went to Sharks, became a bench boy.
They
Gone.
went to Dragons.
Now he's at the Dragons. He's on, but he's like 31 on 100K.
Yeah.
Go, wrap it up.
Clemmer's fallen into
Clemmer?
the Newcastle dump.
Clemmer started off great at Newey,
Yeah.
but he's on like 900K and got very complacent. Only the last 3 weeks.
That's Newcastle.
Yeah. And in the last 3 weeks, Clemmer's played some very good footy, but not enough to come into Origin. So that's what's happened to those.
But
two.
that's Newcastle. I've always said they are the most complacent club there is.
Yeah.
They just don't have a winning attitude over there.
They got nothing there. They're a joke of. I'll go for Bulldogs, but they're a joke of a side.
I think they're just still going on about Darren Albert scoring that try. They haven't gotten over it.
Mate, I'm still going on about Dogs 04 Premiership, bro. Don't worry.
Queensland.
Oh no, we haven't.
I haven't
done
done the
Oh, you
bench
haven't?
yet.
Oh, you haven't done the bench.
Try to
Sorry.
wrap me up. Like
Bro,
a show
you're
or
going
something.
30 minutes on this team
I don't
alone.
give a crap. It's my show. I do what I want.
Nah, it's Mitch's show, champ.
Bench, sorry, but he's letting me talk, so it's right.
That's fair.
Bench,
Yes.
my utility is Nico Hines.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Jack Wyden, no chance. He's playing okay footy, but not enough for me to warrant him for selection.
And Pap.
Who's Pat? Pappenhausen?
Yeah.
No,
Even if he's fit.
I don't put him there.
Why? Why no? Why no?
I'll explain to you
Pappenhausen?
why. Hines can cover more positions than Pappenhausen.
Yeah.
Fair.
Hines is a 1 and he's a 7. And he can cover them both very, very well. Pappenhausen is strictly a fullback. I had this argument with my brother-in-law. He thinks Pappenhausen should go on the wing. I think it's wasted. Big time. So Pappenhausen's not in my team. I know it sounds crazy, but Hines goes in as a utility over Wyden. Then I would go Payne Haas, Liam Martin, and Ryan Madison.
Yes, Madison. Love that guy.
That's my team.
Okay.
Jake Jabojevic is not playing well.
No,
No,
not
he
at all.
isn't.
He's terrible.
He's not playing well.
He's terrible right
Probably
now.
the nicest bloke in rugby league.
Best guy in the whole world.
Sure.
Every
Can
time,
you-
thumbs up. Love him.
So can you
But
give him like a good bloke selection? You know?
yeah, we'll give him a good luck selection.
Yeah.
All right,
Eight-
top
18.
blokes.
We'll give him.
top blokes in the league.
We'll give him best and fairest.
Top blokes in the league. He's 13.
Yeah.
All right, that's my New South Wales side.
Yeah.
Okay, Queensland.
Ponga.
No.
No. Kalen Ponga.
Are you kidding me? No, hold on a minute. Kalen Ponga, the most overpaid player in the game right now.
Yes. Put him at a fullback
Why?
because he does something for.
Did you
Queensland.
see
He
him?
does something.
Did
for
you see
Queensland,
him
man.
under the high ball?
He reminds me the same as who was that winger? No, Darius Boyd and who's that other winger? I can't remember his name. For Queensland, and they would just turn it on every time they played.
The guy is
You disagree?
pressured at the Knights by the Bulldogs.
But when he puts on a Queensland strip, it's just unfair.
It's true.
Okay.
Make some points. I don't like Ponga. I don't even think he's the best option, but he'd probably be the only better option to go with.
Then.
But the reason I'm thinking then Reece Walsh, AJ Brimson.
Yeah, fair.
Brimson's playing
I
in the
don't know.
halves,
I
whatever. Walsh, listen, I like Walsh. Just he's not doing it for me at the Warriors.
No.
No.
You know what I mean? So Ponga has to go fullback. I don't like it. I don't like that Ponga's fullback. But the reason Ponga's fullback, because you got to consider all things, right? Queensland's coaching staff
Gun.
is so sexy, bro.
It's beautiful.
Mate, you got Slater as coach, and you got as assistants, you got JT, Cam Smith, Josh Hannay, and then you got Cronk as part of the book. It's divine. They all won together. They know what's going to take to get these kids to win.
But I find that like I find that really good players don't make good coaches.
That's fair. I'm excited to
Really
see how
Fair,
intellectual they
but
go.
I think their combination is going to be
say,
unbelievable.
for example, in cricket, like I see this all the time. Say, for example, like in the Big Bash, which you don't need to watch, but I see like, say, for example, Mark Waugh commentate, and say, for example, the bowler's getting on top of the batsman. Mark Waugh would be like, "Oh, this is what I would do." You know what I mean? And the other commentators, well, not everybody's like you, Junior.
Yeah, wrap
Everybody's
it
the
up.
best player in the world at spin. Like he's the type of coach who would go there and be like, "Oh, all you got to do is just be better." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of tells me, like, I would say that's what they would kind of fall into, like, especially with, like, say, for example, JT. Well, you just put it on a dime, mate. Put the ball on a dime.
See,
how hard is
I'd
that?
agree with you if it wasn't the combination of all of them. I think their combination, because they've worked so well together.
I agree. I look at it, I'm
think they're
intimidated,
gonna kill
but
us.
I don't think it's...
Listen, I hope you're right.
Look, I'm very scared of Queensland.
Yeah.
You know what? I've given my team for New South Wales. Give me a Queensland team.
Queensland...
I want to hear it from
I
you.
can't do that. I can't do that. I don't know as many Queensland players.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Keep
I'll
it going.
then.
Wings.
So fullback have to be Ponga.
Yeah.
Hate him, but what do you do? The wingers,
Yeah.
Xavier Coates.
Yeah. Gagai? You going Gagai?
No, Gagai will go in the centres with Holmes. I'm really liking Cobbo.
Okay.
I was about to say Cobbo.
I'm really liking Cobbo. I think
He
you'll
killed
thrive.
it the other week.
Or if we're not going to go down that road, I'll go Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow on the wing. So that's my back line. Just pretty much set. I think it's a very good back line because Gagai and Holmes in the centres, they're both playing very good footy for their respective clubs. So it's very good.
Halves?
Munster Cherry, not even a question.
Yep.
Not even going to look at it.
Yep.
Grant Hooker. Josh Papali. Yeah, whatever. Papali. He'll be one prop. I think they'll go with Tino Fasuamaleaui as the other prop.
That was very good. I just call him Tino. I could never get my mouth
This
around
guy
that.
with his
I have to be very,
this guy with
very
his
accurate,
last
bro.
name's unbelievable.
I have to get the names. If I don't, it drives me nuts.
I tell you
There
what,
must-
he's the only bloke from the Titans I actually rate. Tino.
Yeah. David Feeders, whatever. Sexton's there. The backs are okay. I love Corey Thompson.
I really want to like Peachy.
Tyrone Peachy. Plays for Tigers.
No, sorry. Not
That's all right.
Peachy. Preston Campbell's kid.
Oh, Jaden?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Very
Love him.
Yeah.
Great kid.
He's so small, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't wait
little.
until he puts on some size.
Yeah.
He's going to be a gun.
Big potential.
Yeah. I want to like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's 60 kilos.
Yeah, it's true. No,
It's
fair.
ridiculous. You see him in
It's
that
very light,
jersey.
but
It's
it's-
like, bro.
Where's the rest of
It's
it?
a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
So then my second rowers, Kurt Capel. Oh, man. Oh, blanking out. Kurt Capel will go one. I'll come back to this other second rower.
Yep.
I'm just blanking at the moment. Lock, Patrick Carrigan. I think he's playing some great footy. Coming back from ACL and then PCL injuries. I think he's playing very good footy. He'll be very influential. Has to go to lock. I'm blanking on the other second row, but it will come to me. My bench, Ben Hunt as util. Best option. Tommy Flegler. Ruben Cotter. And Moriaki Fodawaker. I want a big boppers on the bench. Hunt come in at util. Have a bit of a laugh with the boys. Run a bit of a muck 55 minutes in. Dave Fifita's not in my side. That's why I'm not putting him as 12.
I agree with that.
I'm really, really upset because I'm blanking out on this my other second row.
Who do you think wins it? Well, how do you think this series goes?
Yeah, it would be New South Wales 2-1. Win the first two, lose the last one.
You
Like
reckon
last
we're going to
year,
win
yeah.
the first two?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely.
I reckon we'll lose the second.
Well, you reckon 1-1 and then decider?
Yeah, I think we'll win it.
Yep.
I definitely think we'll win it, but I think we'll come up so high off that first win that we'll fumble that second.
Stat?
I don't know. I'm just very scared about Crichton and Stags. They're my big concerns at the moment. I'm very scared. Look, I'm really scared for game one because I know that Latrell comes in game two, probably for Stags, most likely Crichton. Look, I'm confident Blues can win, but we've got to remember Queensland won the last game of last year.
Yeah.
Might not mean much, but it's huge for them to get on top of it.
I think this is our closest series in a very long time.
In a
I
couple of
think
years,
this is going to be
especially when we've been up, it's a closer series.
Yeah,
I think New
this
South
is
Wales
gonna be
gets the
a great
biscuits
one.
at the end. I do. but it's going to be a nerve-wracking, stressful, crazy series. But that's what I'm thinking. And I'm still blanking on the second rower. It'll come to me later.
Well, maybe you'll get that after we do verse of the week. You want to get into that, bro?
Yeah.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Alrighty. So I'm going to go read something from Psalms.
How are you blanking? You're the one that you chose it literally.
Yeah, no. Oh, because I came across another song. It was pretty good. That's all.
Just changed his mind.
Yeah.
I
I
love
was just like in the middle because I changed my mind. No. We'll go Psalm. Now I don't know which one to do. No, I'll go Psalm 62.
Good to share that with Mitch, bro.
Yeah. You didn't bring it up? No, I'm joking. No, I'm not doing it. Psalm 62. Which is all here. Gotta bob this up like this a little bit. Boom. Get comfy.
Shake the camera.
A lot of, hey?
Shake the camera a little bit. It's all right.
Rightio. Psalm 62. And reflected a little bit on this, on just how much we need to rely on God and why we rely on God so much. And it says, "Truly my soul waiteth upon God, for from him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved." That's the first two verses. And then my soul wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. Verse 5. You know, that really, that is such a powerful verse. And then you keep going, you know, he is my rock and my salvation. Just like verse 2. He repeats it again. You know, and God is my salvation and my glory. In verse 7, the rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is refuge for us, Selah. You know, the main couple of verses I want to pick from that is because it reiterates who God is to us in one of the aspects of the way we look at God. He is my rock and he's my salvation. And it's so important that we understand and we realize that, because in order for us to realize that, verse 5, I believe, kicks in. My soul wait thou only upon God. Now, I look at this verse, and this verse for me convicts me. It makes me think all the time, because we hear the stories about God. We know how powerful God is, you know, the miracles he made. Hey?
Tilt it up a bit. Yep, there you
My bad. The miracles, you know, that Christ did, whatever. And then you hear just, you know, how powerful he is in all of the world that he created. Yet somehow we still stress. Somehow we still worry. We get concerned. We overthink things. We stress. We take things that we give to God, back from God, and put it in our own ways to handle it, and then we buckle it. In order for us to understand that God is our rock in our salvation, and really, really, really build that in us and fully believe that and fully trust that, verse 5 kicks in so much more perfectly for me. Because if I can understand that Christ is my rock and my salvation, automatically that means that whenever I am down, he is my rock. Whenever I think of why some things happen the way they are, it's because, like we learned on Sunday night, because he loves us. Yeah. He's our salvation. He sent his son to die on the cross. That's the perfect example of love. And then once we understand that and really grasp that, verse 5 kicks in. My soul wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. But the reason I emphasize this verse so much and I think about it a lot is because we don't depend on God enough. Yeah. We don't apply verse 2 enough in order for us to apply verse 5 or to even consider coming across verse 5. Because we doubt God. We question God. We question things that happen in our life and say, God, why? You know, we don't have that full belief and that full faith, and I'm talking to myself here as well, that God can deliver. God can overcome. We sing about it. We hear it in the preaching. We try our best to live it out, and we're in a good mood, but in a bad mood, we don't think that God can overcome sometimes. We sometimes think that, oh, yeah, God's here, but I'm not really sensing that he's there. We start to doubt. We start to fear. We start to worry. And then once we kind of understand that, we then go to Matthew. And it was kind of what Jeremy spoke about on his sermon on Sunday, which was unbelievable. But if we go to Matthew 6, let's get this up here. But if we go to Matthew 6 and we go to verse 33. I believe it's 33.
Yep.
It will be a bit before. But
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, that's the verse. But there was another one. I believe it could be a bit before it. Verse 34. Which you see, bro. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Probably be random I'm coming to this first, but we stress so much and we freak out because we want to think that God's in control always, but we never believe it. We never live it. So when I go back to Psalm 62 and I think about that verse saying, my expectation and my rock is Christ, we don't believe it in the hard times. We freak out about tomorrow. We freak out about what's to come in the next month. Like, for example, like a lot of us, we kind of freaked out about the election. Who's going to be our new leader? What's the future going to look like? Are we stuffed? We start to think things like that. That's just as an example. But the second that we get to understand that God is our rock and our salvation and only Him we can trust, then we can start to really depend on Him being the rock and savior of our lives. Then we can start not worrying about the morrow for when it comes. That take care of itself. Depending on Christ to take care of itself. And that for me, a couple of verses, but those really stuck out to me and those are very important to me.
It's a lot in there. It is, but I think you're right in that it's so easy to go through life stressed out, freaking out, especially when the bad times come. And when those bad times come, you really got to ask yourself, is what I believe truly what I believe, or am I just saying it for the sake of saying it? What are your thoughts on all this, Mitch?
Well, I'm not sure if you just... The way that I see it sometimes, and I try to convince myself of when I go through hard times, is that this is an opportunity for me to kind of level up. So even though that, I might, blame and be upset and do all that kind of stuff, I will eventually come around to being like, this is an opportunity for me to develop, a bit of tenacity, overcome adversity.
Backbone.
And I guess that's where the strength comes from, because God is always that constant, right? Is that always that thing that I can lean on? And I think that's that strength that shines through, that comes through as me thinking, hey, this is an opportunity. You know what I mean?
You see a lot of this as a physio. Like, you see a lot of people come in, whether it be car accidents, injuries, all this stuff going down. Do you see a difference in people who do trust in God in those type of times compared to those who don't? Like, is there a difference in the attitude?
If they want to open up with their faith, then that's great. But a lot of them, we don't really get around to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I find that a lot of people who kind of roll with it and handle it better see it as an idea or as an opportunity to level themselves up. And this happened for a particular reason, whether it be through footy, whether it be the way that I sat or worked or lived, whatever it might be. This is, I was brought here for a particular reason, brought here to meet you.
Yep.
Now it's time for you to, improve me and make me level up. So that's the way that I see it. I'm not sure if that answers your question.
No, it's a fair call. It's just always interesting. I mean, Stat, you really went down the path of... Verse 2 is a big one for me. He is only my rock and my salvation. He is my defense, and I shall not be greatly moved. I think that's powerful because for me, when I went through tough times, or when I go through tough times, that's what I go back to is, honestly, I don't know how people do it without him. I really don't. Like, I look at my situations and think to myself, man, I could not do this without God. It would be a stress out. It'd be struggle street. The amount that I am able to rely on him when things get bad, or even in the good times as well, when I'm trying to make decisions, I really live a dependent life. I'm really not independent in regards to my decision making, trying to get through tough times and all that stuff. It's always going back to him. And I think for a Christian, it is important to remember that you should constantly be going back to him because he's got it figured out at the end of the day.
Verse 8 says, trust in him at all times. Verse 60, chapter 62 in Psalms, verse 8 says, trust in him at all times. You people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Trust in him at all times.
Yeah. Good times, bad times.
All times.
All times.
And I think that's so important. and Jeremy said something on the weekend that really stuck with me. Is we need to take care of God's business, or we have to take care of our business. That ripped me in half because I don't trust God enough. I don't depend on God enough. I don't do my business for God enough. You know, and that for me ripped me in half. So when I see this, trust Him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before Him, because God is a refuge for us. 1 Peter 5:8, cast all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. You know, we underestimate God because in our minds, while He's got the bird's eye view, we only see what's in front of us. You know, we only see like just the
problem ahead. We don't see everything that's going on around.
So those are the verses that stuck out for me based on what we learned on Sunday. And we kind of go through this passage as an encouragement passage, but we don't want to knuckle down and understand that He's our rock and our salvation. And then my soul will depend only on God. You know, so that for me, my expectation is from Him. My expectation isn't people. My expectation is Him. And so that's what I got out of that. And I think it's very important at all times. We need to trust. We need to pray. We need to be dependent on Christ. For without God, we are nothing.
Good verse of the week, bro.
From what you said before, sorry, I just want to circle back.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for
it. I just want to ask you two something. And what you said there's Stat about, you know, you feel like you don't rely on God enough. Okay. In terms of moving forward, how does that look? I know the answer's different for both of you.
That's a very good question.
How does it look? Of you relying on Him more? I know.
How does it look? It takes work from me.
Yeah.
So if I'm not relying on Him enough, it's because I'm not praying enough.
Cool.
I'm not reading my Bible enough.
Right.
I'm not seeking the things of God. I'm seeking the things outside of God. I am trying to live life on my own, knowing full well the power of God, but I don't want to grasp it because I think I can do better. So my thought process automatically is, why am I sinking down this rabbit hole? Why am I going down this spiral? And it will always come back to, am I reading? Am I praying? Always. As a Christian, we have to read our Bible and pray. We talk about it all the time. If I am going away from the basics of what I need to do, I can't expect God to meet me halfway if I'm not doing my part to meet Him halfway. So I know for me, I have to read, I have to pray. And I know that once I start to get that, and I need to rely on God, and when I give something to God, not take it back from Him, and try to work it out on my own, because that's when I know anytime I try to grab it back or try to do it on my own, I'm going to fail. So for me, how it looks is I know better through what I've learned my whole life in church and through the Bible that I need to be dependent on God, and I needed to take care of my business for God before He can come and take care of my business.
Ray, does that look the same way?
Yeah, I think for me, it sums it up as in taking my relationship with God seriously. I think it's very easy to go through life and just coast and try to put it on autopilot. But we really need, like for me, I need to sit back and think, no, my relationship with God is real to me. Am I treating it that way? Am I reading my Bible? Am I praying? Am I actually relying on Him in the good times as well as the bad? Because I think the thing about God is it's very easy for us to go to Him when times are tough. But when times are good, we just sort of sit back and we're just loving it. And I think that's the big thing, is treating my relationship with God seriously and legit.
Talk to Him about your good times. Talk to Him about your bad times. A couple of weeks ago, something happened. It was really good. And I went to go, God, I know you've seen this, but guess what happened today? I want to tell you about it.
Yeah, thanks.
And I sat there and I just got to talk to God, and I just felt this weight off my shoulders. You know, I was like, God, you know, I'm not coming to you burdened. I'm coming to you thankful. And I'm coming to you because you open these doors. You know, you do things and set things up for me. And I'm never grateful enough when times are good. Yeah. I'm only coming to you when I sometimes I treat God like a spare tire where I don't need it unless I'm in trouble.
Unless it works for me, right?
Yeah, this works for me. Unless I want it now. I want this until it happens now.
And as you said, like when something good happens, you're just like, I did that.
Yeah, we get to the thought of, oh yeah, God, yeah, but I want to call this bloke. I want to call that guy. Oh, guess what happened? But I don't go back onto my knees and pray and say, God, that you opened this door for me. Thank you for that. Ever. I get this big piece of news. Sometimes for me personally, being a bit open here, I'll pray for something. I'll get it. And I feel like I don't deserve it.
Yeah. Listen, that's a fair call, bro. I've said this to you before, but when I moved into this place, I'd been through years of just bad thing after bad thing, constant. And then finally something that I've been wanting for a long time came to be, and God gave me this. And I couldn't for a solid 2 months of living here go a day without just sitting down and looking around and without sounding like a girl, but crying and just being like, God, thank you so much.
And
Like,
just being grateful, showing
just,
gratitude.
yeah, just being thankful for what he did. Like, you know, and I think that's a big thing, Stat, is we're not grateful enough. We don't thank him enough. We don't talk to him enough.
don't rely on him
times.
enough.
Yeah. I think that's important.
And it comes
100%.
back to the whole point of if we don't have God in our lives, we are nothing. And I didn't care. I didn't care about the mic. I didn't care about podcasts. I didn't care about that. I'm getting real. If you don't have God in your life, the life means nothing. I could promise you that. And I think if you are a Christian, you're listening to this, knuckle down, realize that this is a God that's created the world, created every planet, created us. You know, the way our bodies work is all because of him. And we underestimate that. We underestimate his power when we're going through a tough time. If you're a Christian, understand who God really is. Find out who God really is. And then once you know, don't worry about tomorrow. Let it take care of itself. And I think, and it's easier said than done. And if those people that don't know Christ, it's hard to explain unless you experience it.
Contact us. I think that's the big thing as well. If you don't know Christ, but you want to know more about this stuff, more about what Stat's been saying, get in contact, you know. Chuck it in the comments, shoot us a DM, let us know. Boys, let's wrap it up. That was a awesome episode. Mitch, thanks so much for joining us, mate.
Yeah, pleasure, fellas.
Thanks for hosting.
having me. No, all good.
Yeah, bro. Where can the people find you online? And tell us a little bit about Collab and Advanced Health and all that.
Advanced Health, you can find me at the Bankstown Sports Club. Just chilling in a little back room there, 3-bedroom clinic. Nah, it goes all right. You can find us online. You can find us on Instagram at Advanced Health. You can find me on Instagram at Mitchy Cooked and Collab Physio as well.
You say Mitchy cooked?
Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good.
Ladies and gents, I don't say this just because he's in the room. He's the best physio I've ever dealt with.
The only physio you've ever dealt with.
And the only physio, yeah, I was going to say.
No, I've dealt with 2 or 3, 4. I've cheated on you once or twice.
Oh,
but
my God.
I can't make it
is
today.
like
Sorry, man. I'm booked out today. All right. No worries.
I'll make time for you, Razor Ray. Sign us out, Ray.
Stato, where the people find you?
Find me at Faith Baptist Church, Regents Park. If you want my socials, it's pretty fun. But if you want my socials, Nathaniel Manor. It's pretty basic. And more footy stuff, DJ at the Stat. Had a good fortnight off, bit sick. Kicking back this week, 2 podcasts coming out. We're going full pelt. We're going to rage.
Love it, mate.
If you think I went hard now, don't worry about it. Watch my next few episodes.
And that is what you call a preview. Ladies and gents, you can find me at RayHaddad97 on all the social medias. Have a chat with Ray and Stat is everywhere that you can find it on the internet. Subscribe to this, share it around. Boys, thanks for having the chat.
Thanks, mate.
Appreciate it.